All right, welcome back to another phenomenal episode. Today we are joined by everyone's favorite 82.5 kg lifters, Easton and Will Jones. Easton obviously being from UGA, my guy. Will coming from Eagle Power out of Southern. Very entertaining podcast, two very funny guys. It's great when we have a lot of people on the podcast. We just kind of sat back and just talked for an hour and a half, but hope you enjoy it. Welcome to Podium Talk. All right, welcome back to the best episode you'll ever watch. We got 5 people on here. We're going to try to keep it kind of organized, but jump right into it. Training recaps, go to Tony.
Uh, Pretty good, man. Week 3, primary deadlifts tomorrow with Easton. So you know how that goes, but that's it, bro. It's been good.
Avery looks great. Go to Avery.
Well, bro just hit a drop kick, but mostly good. I fumbled a bench, but hey, it's bench, and I gotta pull something heavy in the morning, so we'll see.
Valid. And I'm cooking. We working, but we're cooking. Before we let y'all go, just go ahead and introduce yourselves a little bit. William.
I am William Jones. I'm currently a sophomore at Georgia Southern Construction Management. Been powerlifting for about a year now and representing Eagle Power. So
Hell yeah, brother. And what about yourself, Easton?
So my name's Easton, Vititoe lifts on Instagram. So I've been powerlifting for probably about a year now. Been in the gym for 2 years. Big week 4. Other than that, I go to the University of Georgia. I maintain about a 3.9 GPA, But yeah. So everything's going good. Got smashed on my fatigue single, but other than that, we're hopefully going to survive the week.
Valid. And then let's just start. Where y'all from? Where are you from, Easton?
So I grew up in North Forsyth, so small town, I guess not so small, called Cumming, Georgia. It's where I'm from. Zerlot's from. Hunter's from. A lot of guys here. Jackson Evans. We all grew up. That's how I kind of started powerlifting, just because of them. So
Valid. William.
Fair enough.
I grew up in Columbus, Georgia. It's kind of a whack town, but it works. There's not really any like powerlifting stuff around here. Wound up getting into powerlifting because my buddy was going to do a meet that was like local here. And he was like, dude, you should do it since you're kind of strong. I was like, no, I don't want to do that crap. It's boring. And he was like, well, guess you would never beat me. And I was like, oh, really? And I'm really competitive, so wound up getting into it just like that. And then just stuck with it.
Very solid. Before we dive too deep into
Yeah.
powerlifting, did y'all grow up playing sports? What kind of competitions y'all involved in?
Easton?
well, I didn't know who was next, but yeah. So I played soccer all my life. I played baseball up until like 10. Just it wasn't I didn't enjoy it anymore. But yeah, I played soccer through high school, ran track through high school, ran cross country through high school. So I just kind of did all the cardio sports. I was pretty scrawny. I was like 130 pounds when I graduated. But that's when I started going to the gym my senior year, second semester. And yeah, and then we're here now.
William.
I played baseball like my entire life growing up. I started when I was like 7 years old and then took a break around like I want to say like end of 8th grade year. And don't cook me for this, but I joined a speed skating team and then quit after like 6 months and then got back to baseball and kept doing it.
What the
Speed
fuck?
skating?
We talking on ice or like roller skating?
Can you explain to me what speed skating is? I've never heard of this.
Okay, so like the inline skates that you go like when you go to the roller skating rink and you see them try hard kids with like the inline
rollerblades.
really
Yeah.
big wheels on them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was me.
I'm
And I
s-
was
eh,
on a like legit team.
y'all were like y'all just see who's like the fastest time.
we would just go against like other teams and try and like beat them.
Interesting. Your
I'm
dad.
gonna,
Okay.
I'm gonna look into this. I'm gonna look
That's a
into.
crazy side quest.
Yeah.
It actually is. I definitely took a little. It's definitely going into the dad lore later on.
Was
But
it fun?
wound up playing baseball through high school. Got a offer to play at Middle Georgia. Wound up playing there for a year. Hated it. Hated the town. Hated the pitching coach. It just wasn't for me. And then quit.
No,
So
it's funny you said that because I didn't live where Middle Georgia is in Cochrane, but I took some classes in Cochrane because Middle Georgia's also got a campus in Dublin, which is where I'm from, my hometown or whatever. And like Cochrane's probably got like 3 spots to eat for like a college town. Like it's ridiculous, bro.
oh no, it's insane. They have like 5 locations, I want to say. But like the few places they had a Captain D's out of all places in the world. And they had a McDonald's that was connected to a Shell gas station.
A Subway, there was a
Yeah,
barbecue spot,
there was a
and
sub.
then other than that, I think your best bet was like getting a Papa John's pizza at the Rec.
Yeah,
Like it's ridiculous, bro. It's the worst Walmart I've ever seen in my life. Like it's tough.
I stole hella Pokemon cards from that Walmart, just saying.
Bro just criminalized himself.
Yeah,
Nice.
honestly,
Okay.
bro.
All
Everyone
right,
listen.
Eli,
Nice.
direct us. All right, Eli.
Let's kind of go in some sort of direction. So we talked about y'all playing sports, and then would y'all consider what y'all did during those sports as training? You know, you obviously worked out for those sports, and how did that correlate to them whenever your friend Will said, "Hey, I'm competing. I bet you can't beat me." And how serious was that training? Start with Easton.
So for soccer and running, like I was never ever in the gym. The most experience I had before actually like going to the gym and working out was CrossFit. I did that when I was like 8 for probably like I don't know how long, maybe
A
a few
young
months, just
CrossFit.
for like a summer because my mom CrossFit. So I think I did it for just a summer when I was younger. But other than that, we didn't do any sort of like strength training or anything like that for those sports. So yeah, it was just fresh into the gym.
Thing. William,
And
baseball.
Um, Baseball didn't really like get me into lifting. I got myself into lifting technically. And then once I transferred to Calvary, which was the school I was at my senior year, we had a like we had really nice equipment and everything, and we had a guy that would come in and like give us workout plans. And then when he started doing that, we all kind of blew up and everyone started getting pretty strong. So it definitely transitioned over into powerlifting because I got to like up to like a 4 or 5 squat, which isn't nothing crazy now, but like back then when like we didn't even know what powerlifting was, that was like pretty wild.
Yeah, for sure. And then y'all both are like fairly new to actually training for powerlifting. How long have y'all been taking it seriously, slash actually like trying to be the best?
So when I started, so I had been working out for about a year before I started powerlifting, and I did the Jamal Browner like 12-week strength studio program. And I saw a lot of progress from that. It brought my numbers up pretty good. And then Zerlot was the one that introduced me like, yeah, like you should definitely get a coach. And I was torn just because it costs money. And I was like, I don't know, I might just do this again. And then I ended up picking up Avery and I've been with him since. And that's really it.
nah, if I want to put a timeline on that, like it could have been at the very most maybe like 5, 6 months into Zerlot being with me. So
Mhm.
it like because how many blocks have you probably had off the top of your head?
Um, I'd probably say I finished that program in March.
Yeah.
So I probably am at like 11
Yeah, I was
blocks,
about to say no, we're definitely
close
approaching
to
up to
on
a
a
year
year.
close.
Yeah.
I forget that Easton came on after me. I totally forget that.
Hmm. Yeah,
Oh,
no, it like yeah, like I mean, it's only been like a year officially of me coaching, like
Yeah.
officially my service, but like yeah, I mean, Easton's been here for a minute too now, so
Yeah. I think I was definitely there before Nakama Strength had the name,
mm,
from what I can remember.
oh yeah.
I think.
All right, it's very close. Well, I'm saying, yeah, because I don't
I
like.
remember when you made the post on your Instagram and like the Nakama, and I reposted it.
I'll get down to the middle of it while Eli's
Well,
asking us more questions. Well, my phone's dead, but
yeah, we'll never even answer the question.
I got a coach almost immediately after I was like knew I was gonna do that meet. Wound up getting with Fortis Powerlifting. And I'm not sure exactly how to say his last name, but his first name is Nate. He was pretty good. I worked with him for about, I want to say like 6 months or probably a little bit longer, honestly. He got me through like all my 2 meets that I did. I did one in April of 2023 and then one in July of 2023. And then I stayed with him up till like I stayed with him up till like October, and I was doing like 3x12s on back squat, like on bench, on deadlift. And so I was like, bro, you need to get a new coach. Like, this is not it at all. And so I was like, if you really
nah,
think,
bro, he saw the potential in you. That's all it was.
Yes, Zerla said that you were doing like 1x12s.
yeah, I was doing 3x12s, like RPE 10, like every week. Like, I think,
Bro, Zerlot is the ultimate program judger. I think he's done that to like 5 people now. Like, told them that their programming was shit, and they come, yeah, they change coaches completely and just listen to him. It's crazy.
no, it's actually wild. He's done that to so many people at Fit.
That's insane. I
It's
don't know if that's
insane, yeah. He's like extremely. That's like kind of messed up, but hey, whatever.
yeah.
I mean,
Hey, continue.
I'm not gonna say names, but 2 of Tony's clients
All right, bro.
definitely
Okay, okay, bro.
I think Tony just got incriminated with indirect poaching.
I didn't poach anybody. I'm telling y'all that it's
Hey,
Zerlo.
I said indirect. And you know what? That
It's
might
it's
incriminate
actually
me.
not 2. It's 3 of them actually.
All right.
Oh, Tony's been
Yes,
sitting back
sir.
working,
It's
bro.
3.
All
Yeah.
right.
So
Let's get back on the straight and narrow path. All right. Don't walk off, Eli.
yeah,
Wow.
lock
Yeah,
back
I'm,
in.
I'm trying to look at Will's little open powerlifting. There's like 60 of them, but yeah. So now they all are taking things serious. How obviously we're headed towards CNATs. We'll talk about that in a minute. But what kind of variables are y'all controlling in your prep right now, or normal training? You tracking macros, sleep, cutting back on alcohol. We know Will's not, but if you're doing any of that. Easton?
Well, obviously I'm not 21, so I've never drank before.
Okay.
But that's a joke, bro. Yeah, I haven't drank. I haven't gone out for probably like it's been a while. I think I went out once after my meet in January, once or twice, and then after that I haven't gone out at all. Um, the variables, I mean, I'm not really tracking food. I'm definitely gonna cut back on carbs and just try and like up my protein, just so I can maybe lose a little bit of weight. Probably try. I'm starting to walk every day. Definitely drinking a gallon a day. Sleep's always. I try and get like 8 hours every night. But other than that, I don't really think there's more to track other than really just tracking food. But yeah, just trying
and
to stay healthy and stretching. But
and then Will Jones wakes up and opens up a pack of cigarettes. No,
Yup.
no.
Let me get a pack of Reds and 20 on pump 6. That's what I tell them. But no, I'm also not 21, so that's not even legal.
That's
But
correct.
anyways, it's been going really good. Been tracking my calories, making sure macros are good, making sure recovery is good, rolling out, all that kind of good stuff. Getting enough water in. And that's pretty much it. Sleep's been good too.
Well, I think Eli mentioned that he was gonna pull up your open powerlifting, but like, yeah, since y'all were talking about the January meet, y'all have any thoughts about that? Y'all both literally same flight, back to back. If you're listening, Will Jones and Easton are like clones of each other. So they basically were like back to back, like every lift. So what was that like competing together at this previous meet? Easton, you can start.
it was definitely fun because the first meet that I did it with Jackson. So I kind of had like one of my friends there, and this meet I was definitely nervous just because I didn't have anyone like that I'm competing with. So then that's really when I first met Will. Was that meet? Like we had talked a little bit before, and then that's when we really met. But I don't know, it definitely was a big help just having like meeting Will and then Zerlot being there and have my friends there with competing. So that definitely was a big help. But it was a chaotic meet. I mean, it was definitely a lot of like it was fun. It was a lot of hype, but I don't know. It was just the warm up room could have been a little bit bigger, but we're not here to critique the meet. It was good. We all got the goal that we were there for. So
Yeah, no, it started out hectic, but it was a fun day. Like,
it was
we
it was really really hype.
And what was the goal?
The goal was just to qualify for CNATs. Like there was a little bit over prep where like we kind of like we didn't lose sight, but we were like we wanted a little bit more. But Avery just reminded me, he was like, "We're doing this meet just for CNATs. Like, there's no reason to go do anything more if I could do more." Because there was a point in my prep where I was looking at totaling like probably like around like 620, and like it could have been there, but I don't know. Yeah,
I
the
mean,
goal.
I mean, to be fair, it was we loaded like 584 for the deadlift, and it was pretty
Yeah,
close. So I mean,
yeah,
like,
that was close. I think we could have, if we honestly just like chipped it, I could have came third officially rather than tying and getting fifth. But yeah. It was a fun meet. I had fun. It was good. I met Will, so
Yeah, and
a lot of
Will,
good
you
things came out of it.
talk about your experience too, Will, because yeah, Easton secured the QT on his second pull, so he was kind of like stress free. You, on the other hand, had another story there. So in specific, yeah, talk about the meet, but I want to hear about your thoughts in deadlift.
Oh, yeah, well, okay. The meet was really fun. The build, not even that, but just like the build up was really fun. Me and Easton tagging each other in like posts and stuff on the way to the meet was really fun. Letting each other know who's the bigger man. And then
Mhm.
when we got there, we met each other. It was really fun. We kind of hit it off pretty well. And it really didn't even feel like a competition to me. Like it was just like more fun and like pushing each other and seeing who's gonna get the like best total really
Mhm.
and who's gonna qualify. But on deadlifts, um, second attempt, went for it. It was fast off the floor, and then all of a sudden I just kind of dropped it. I don't really know what was happening. I was so fatigued. I like hardly could stand. And then so third attempt had to go for it again and pretty much just muscled it up. Like form broke down completely. Looked like I was about to die. That everyone said it looked painful, which it probably was. I don't really remember.
no, I was about to say the number one thing Tony likes to say about you, Will, when you lift is like you look like you're in pain, like you're uncomfortable,
Yeah, yeah. It
like
is
the bar be
hard.
hurting you or something.
I mean, we got beef sometimes, so
Uh, nah, man, but like, how do you like? Because that's like a huge, obviously, if you're a power lifter and you're competitive, you're trying to go to that national level, or you're even at that national level, there's gonna be a point where you have to like, you're in like a, you know, in a high pressure moment. So what were you actually like? Was there anything you were thinking like walking onto the third deadlift? Like, was there anything that kind of kept you like locked in to, pull for the qualifying total?
well, the first thing I thought I
Yeah.
was like, there's no way I'm not about to get the QT. Like I'm legit gonna fight, like give it everything just to make sure I can go. Like there's no way I just came this far just to like lose everything. So got out there and didn't I don't really think much when I'm lifting. Like everybody's like always like got a lot of thoughts running through their head. I'm pretty dumb, so I feel pretty blank minded. Like when people play music in the gym, like I don't even really listen to it because my head's just like empty. So walked up and just try and give it
Yeah,
all.
that's good though. Yeah, that's definitely good. Having that clear mind. I know a lot of people are like that. That's why I was curious. I was like, was he just like clear minded, just kind of came out like
Well,
autopilot, just pick it up, or was
or
he
be
in there
or
like,
be dumb enough to not doubt yourself. You know what I'm saying? Whatever.
Yeah.
yeah,
No, it definitely helps out in meets a lot. Every meet I've done, I've always been super calm and collected. Everybody's like, "Are you nervous?" I'm like, "No, like honestly, I'm really not." So I
and do you
think it
think you
helps
got
out
that
a lot.
from? You think a lot of that came from baseball?
I honestly yes, because I was a relief pitcher, so I never started. So I always came in like kind of clutch situations where
I was
I
a
had
oh, I'm sorry.
be in control of the game, and everything mentally goes into pitching. Like you cannot show any emotion
Okay.
because the more you show, the worse you're gonna do, no matter how like just how it is as a pitcher.
Now, I was just about to say, like, as a pitcher in general, like, you got to have a lot of poise. And then you said, as a relief pitcher, your job is literally to come in and like save someone's ass or to come in and like get the hell out of there, you know?
Yeah,
So,
it's really what it is.
Valid
Okay.
for sure. But we kind of spoke on like a national total, being on the national level, and obviously you gave it your all to hit that 610 and be qualified to go to this meet that we're all training for right now. The whole almost everybody in the state that posts right now is a Cnats prep. But what is going to Cnats mean to you, being y'all are both pretty young in your powerlifting careers and in life? But how does it feel to be on that stage so early?
Um, I like the fact of like I've done 2 meets. I've never done like a state meet or anything. I don't know. It's just cool to like go there with my friends, compete together. Just the guys that got me into lifting, like they're gonna be competing there. Just one of those things. And I think it's another thing, like I kind of like made like make my family proud, like competing at nationals. Like they tell their friends, like, yeah, Easton's has like a national powerlifting meet coming up. Like it's like one of those things, like making my family proud, like competing with my friends, the guys that got me introduced to lifting, and one of those things. I don't know, just yeah,
Like a full circle moment. Yeah.
yeah.
William?
Honestly, I probably won't realize how big of a meet it is until the day I get there.
and then start throwing up and shit.
Nah, I'll be chill. But I'm just looking to have fun. I mean, I know there's going to be a lot of like great guys there that are going to put up some crazy numbers. So I just really want to just show up and give it all I got
Yeah,
and put my name out there.
Makes
yeah,
sense.
I'm
And
just gonna be happy to be there.
Yeah.
No, man, I really can't wait. I mean, not that I've been to too many national level meets, but I went to Raw Nats last year. I just had my little meet or whatever. But going into this national meet with 10 guys and in your weight class, we also have another guy on the team. So it's gonna be a crazy, crazy eventful fun day, man. Like, and then just in general, not that I have any biases towards any weight classes, but I mean middleweight, like 83, like this is in collegiates, like this is what you really want to see, those 75, 83 kilo lifters
Hmm.
in the men's class, you know.
Yeah.
Sure.
I mean, I
And
think we both have like our individual goals, but at the end of the day, like we're just excited to be there. I mean, it is a national meet. We did qualify barely, so I think it's gonna be a fun experience for sure.
well, and Easton, you kind of mentioned it, like, oh, you're making your family proud by going to a national meet. Has the even just the word national, has it made you more confident to kind of go around, oh, hey, I'm a powerlifter? Like people see you, maybe not you, Easton, but they see you're pretty big and they're like, oh, do you lift weights? And I personally, I'm like, yeah, kind of. I don't want a conversation about powerlifting or anything. And I don't know, most of the engineering powerlifters are the same way. There's like, yeah, a little bit. They don't go that, but as like being on the national level, kind of giving you the confidence to be like, yeah, I'm actually in this and I'm decently legit.
Um, I mean, I definitely bring it up. Like I was at the dentist the other day, and I hadn't been there in about like a year, and the lady came in and she was like, "Well, you've gotten a lot bigger," and I was like, "Yeah, I started powerlifting. I have a competition coming up next month." But I mean, I usually bring it up like I just say that I power lift. I don't really say, "Oh, I go to the gym." Like I saw a lady at church the other day too, and we just started talking about it. And then I was like, "Yeah, I actually didn't go on spring break because I have a week 4 in powerlifting, and I have a big competition coming up." But I don't know. I do take the opportunity to say that I do powerlift a lot if it's there, rather than just saying like, "Oh, I go to the gym or I do work out."
Mhm.
But because a lot of people don't know what powerlifting is, or and then you just get the chance to, like explain it to them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could actually like this is a little niche little thing I get in arguments or tell people about because not even like yeah because you can go to the gym and lift with intents to be strong and but it's still not powerlifting or like you said just going to like people who I don't know if people think this is a hot take or whatever, but people who go to the gym to work on their physique, even if they're watching their food, you're not a bodybuilder, sir. You're not training in bodybuilding. You're training for fun. You enjoy the gym. You're a personal health enthusiast, but you're not
Casual.
bodybuilding. You know. But continue, Eli. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, there's something in there for sure. But let's kind of dive into Cnats. Three of us in here are going there. The other two are going to be coaching other people. Avery's got 10 guys. Tony's got what? Three, four? Four? Yeah, four guys. So y'all are going to be there a lot more than the rest of us. I probably won't be there except the day I compete. But what are some things y'all are looking forward as far as like meat production, competition level, the lights, the music, the crowd? What are some things that y'all are really like biting at the bit to see?
Will, do you want to go first?
Sure. Really, the main thing I want to see is a really good warm-up room. That's really all I care about because I've been to two meets that had one or two racks with crap load of people and having to like cram everybody in suck.
Will,
Like,
you've you've also been to USPA Nats, right? Or am I
yeah, I have.
wrong? Well, what was the production or like what like did it feel like you were in a big meet there or in the warm up room and everything? Like did it feel like a higher level?
Oh yeah, it definitely did. They had about, I want to say like close to 20 spots like out in the back like for racks, and they would in between they would take them out and make it like deadlift platforms. So it was definitely like organized really well. There was really no mess ups. So
Or how about like I mean how many people you think they were watching?
um it wasn't like a crazy amount of people. I would say around like 200. So
Pretty good.
So
a little
big.
bit more than like a local meet, because like the first local meet I went to, there was kind of a crazy amount of people there.
Yeah.
Well, how would you say the audience was at DNA compared to the national meet that you did?
Um, well, the audience at the national meet, they didn't really like get loud compared to DNA because really
And
people,
DNA they were like right in your face because there was like
yeah,
no boundaries.
yeah,
Like
and I feel like everyone at the DNA meet kind of like all kind of knew each other from that Atlanta area, so they just kind of got loud. But at the national meet, there was people from like all over the world, so it
Yeah.
wasn't like as loud when people would compete, unless it was like crazy lifters were up, like going for third attempts.
Hmm.
no, I was about to say actually I think one thing that I'm really looking forward to is like Raw Nats, like seeing the Raw Nats in Memphis last year was really cool, but CNATS is like I don't think what people realize when like uh CNATS for the last several years, it's like it's like the energy is supposed to be absolutely insane. It's like 1,000 college kids, however many people are there watching them, like the youthful enjoyment out of like strong ass kids from all around the nation. Like I really can't wait to see that. So like cause I mean I think the energy could potentially be like more absurd. We don't have Perk doing what he did, but there'll be some crazy strong people.
Yeah. No, the energy will definitely be better than Raw Nats. Even with like perk happening, it's just like it was so late at night and like it was just such long days with,
Yeah, I was about to say
that.
there's several factors that played in that. Like last year,
Yeah.
like at Nats, like that was the for all the prime times. That's the latest they've ever done a prime time. Like those, they were not expected to lift that late at night on everything.
Yeah. So I'm expecting to see that, especially since it'll be better than Raw Nats at least for you two because you're gonna like have like a lot of people that you know there, whereas like in Memphis, like obviously nobody knows who me and EJ and Zerlot
Or
are. Yeah,
yeah,
so but a lot of people are gonna know y'all, so the energy is definitely gonna at least half the spectators should be probably from this area. So
Hmm.
yeah, and it's in Atlanta, obviously. So
yeah,
Yeah, I'm
Eli,
definitely excited for the showdowns that are going to go down. like the battle between Will and I, and then you have Jackson and Jacob, and then Zerlot and Ivan. Like I'm looking forward to seeing all those go down, and then having a big like a warm up room is definitely gonna be nice.
And
And
we'll kind of like, I mean, us and Trent, like we'll probably be on the same, like the
oh yeah,
rack warming up. Well, I don't know about the flights and everything, but I mean,
yeah, Trent too. Trent, it's gonna be fun.
like we're gonna be together back there in the thick of it, man. Like it's gonna be so
Yeah,
cool.
yeah, I'm excited.
Sure. And then you kind of mentioned a few battles there. What would be the number one battle that you want to watch outside of your own performances? So I guess you can kind of include the 82s if you're going to watch them. I don't know about if your flight or session's going to be weird.
It's
But
it's definitely gonna be Zerlot and Ivan.
mhm, I assume for both
But
of you, yeah.
yeah, I
And
think that's
then
definitely gonna be the battle.
now let me get your predictions on that. Throw out who's going to win and by how many kilos.
Oh
Uh,
my god,
Ooh, I like this question.
these are
well,
clips. So let's think about it analytically. And think about it analytically.
I think obviously Zerlot. He should win. Um, I don't know how many keys. Do you know what Ivan totaled?
632.
632.5.
And then that broke Zerlot by like 2.5, right? He beat him by like
Yeah.
2.5.
Yeah, but that he hit 2 months earlier. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, I think Zerlot's gonna beat him by like I'm gonna go with 10 keys. I think that's
Respectable.
10 to 12 and a half.
And so, Will, you're informed on it. You're informed on it, or you're just rooting for your boy because you realize.
I just like this question, bro. Because I mean,
Love to see.
Zerlot is like the Darth Vader of Trueborn and Georgia Tech. Like everyone hates Zerlot, and everyone's preying on his downfall
Bro,
against,
he just texted me.
against Ivan. And I think he's gonna come through and go crazy because he's been putting up some crazy numbers. He's kind of becoming a deadlift guy, and I'm seeing 15 to 20 key win.
Uh
I got
And lays
Zerlot.
down the hammer for top 10.
this is I mean I mean I don't know, my heart's kind of pounding just because I think this is gonna be good for when we get Ivan on. Now there's even anticipation into that. So
Oh, for when
whew.
he does come on, Ivan, he's coming for your neck, bro. He's coming for your neck. That's all I'm saying.
And then we kind of mentioned a little bit of placement there. We talked about placement for both of y'all in the 82s. Obviously, the deepest class of any powerlifting meet is going to be the 82s. This is what the average male is, no matter how they just began or just at the elite level. What kind of goals, either lift wise or placement wise, or you want to beat a certain person, do you have for Cnats?
My nose, fella.
So my goals that I've made since I qualified is top 50 and then a 440 dots. So whatever I'd say the 440 is definitely more important because if I get 440, I should be top 50. But yeah, that's definitely the biggest goal for me.
William?
I would say the biggest goal, like going into Cnats, is a 630 total or 635, somewhere in there. That's what I want.
And what's a 440 dots for you, Easton? What's that number?
I think it was like 14 low 14s. Let me do the math here.
Say it in
Let's talk,
keys,
yeah, let's
bro.
speak in keys, babe. We're here. But yeah, I
Okay,
mean,
really? I
while he
don't
looks
know.
that up, Will, like, how do you feel that you have two other team members in your class that you're going to be going head to head, splitting Avery's attention on? Do you feel confident you're going to come out on top, or I mean, you and Easton?
Well, I came out on top once. I think I can do it again. So that's all I'm saying.
Sir, let's go with that body weight advantage.
I think it's like 640, 645, somewhere around there.
It's a big number. That's a
Easton's
big
shooting
number.
high there.
That's pretty hefty. But we'll
Mhm.
see. We'll see what I can pull tomorrow. Because that'll bring some confidence.
And then
Lot.
Tony, as the coach of one of the best 82s in the state, who's going to likely win the whole meet, in Georgia. What are some advice for these little kiddos that are going to be?
Are you really rooting against Jackson, bro?
I'm with Tony. I like
Rooting against
Jackson's cool and
Jackson?
all, but I'm with Tony. and
Yeah, I'm on the
Grayson.
Jackson
So
trade.
yeah, Tony, any advice for these little 82s that just aren't there yet?
Well, I mean, I mentioned to both of them, um, how like both of them are so like, at least within the battle between themselves and even a few other lifters that are 82s that I guess exclude Jackson and Jacob. Uh, obviously we got Austin Hutchinson, Trent, obviously, uh, the dude from GT Barbell. He
That's
does
my
an 80. No, no,
Easton,
no.
this is our. Oh, I'm sorry, I did not mean to interrupt. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Hutchy Lifty.
My
But
brain
I
completely.
would just I just simply would focus, yeah, like you guys said, you want to have a fun time with your friends. Like, don't make it any more than that. Like, don't try to be a superhero on meet day. Like, if you hit your list, you're probably gonna beat whoever you want to beat. And you'll probably get a total. I mean, I think both of you guys are definitely capable of 630 to 640. So if it was up to me, I mean, obviously it's not even about y'all really like that piece of it. I should be saying that to Avery because he's gonna be putting y'all's numbers in. But yeah, I mean, if y'all just trust Avery and y'all's lifts and
Don't no one do that, so don't worry about that
yeah,
one.
don't chase anybody in training because nothing matters in training. Just show up on the day and hit your list. I mean, I've already told them all that though. They don't listen to me. They're gonna do what they want to do, but just for the sake of talking.
No, they do listen to you. And before I completely forgot I was on a podcast and rudely interrupted you in the middle of your sentence. I was saying, Easton, this was literally our 12th block. So like you finishing this week is like a year, which is crazy.
Yeah, see, I knew it was somewhere around there. Yeah,
I mean, even
crazy.
Yeah,
y'all
man.
both being there so early. I mean, Will did some USPA meets, but still, I mean, how old are you, Will?
19.
19. I mean, it's crazy that y'all even get to be on this stage right now. Obviously, the QTs will raise next year, but y'all will meet those QTs. Y'all going to keep growing and keep moving. But if you had to say one thing outside of lifting that you're dreaming about CNATs or like an experience you want to leave with, what is that going to be? Whether it's watching Zerlot win or making connections with different athletes you haven't met yet, growing your footprint and kind of being known, or like what could y'all want from CNATs?
Mine would definitely just have to be like just like the experience with the guys that got me into lifting. Like some of my best friends are there. It's definitely just gonna be that experience, and then hopefully hitting the goals that I set for myself. I mean, that's why we lift to accomplish goals. It's what keeps us going. So yeah, definitely just competing the stage, sharing the stage with like some of my friends. So yeah.
Yeah.
And Will, get off your phone. What's your answer?
No, Will good.
I'm
I'm on
fine.
my phone, bro. But I want to see all my boys do great. I want them to leave satisfied. All the Eagle Power guys, everyone outside of Eagle Power that I'd like talk to. I just want everybody to show up and show out, do their thing, and leave with just leave happy. And
Yeah.
they did their thing.
Yeah, man. So I got a question. You guys are obviously teammates and obviously we're all friends here and stuff. How do you guys feel like you guys balance that kind of relationship of being obviously opponents of each other? Ultimately you want to have the highest placing you can, like the other person could be in the way of that. How do you balance that with being friends still? Like how do you figure out like that line not to cross when it comes to maybe back and forth banter or like what do you guys think makes y'all's relationship so kind of like work so well?
I mean, I think at the end of the day, it's all just like friendly. Like none of it's gonna be like I'm not gonna get mad at Will for beating me if he beats me at CNATs and vice versa. Like it's never gonna be like on a personal level of oh he beat me, so like I'm not gonna talk to him. Like it's definitely just all friendly, but it's definitely like we're both very competitive. So obviously like I want to beat Will when it comes to like at the end of the day, like I want to beat him, he wants to beat me. So yeah, I think it's just like we know it's like all friendly. Like I mean, obviously, yeah, we do want to beat each other, but Will has anything else to say different?
He actually doesn't like you in the slightest.
Yeah, maybe that's how he feels.
Yeah, I actually don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Will's trying to turn me into a joke.
No, we're both like extremely competitive, and obviously we try and outdo each other on every lift, just because we want to be better than the other person. But we're just good
Yeah,
friends.
we're
No, it's actually funny because I remember before y'all actually bonded more. Like one would be like, "Yeah, what he squat? Like what he squat today? Like or what he bets." So y'all going back and forth in that for that prep. Like, no,
yeah,
man, it's crazy. It's really like it's almost here. Like I'm so fired up.
yeah, we got a doubles competition this week because we both failed our fatigue singles on squat. So we're seeing who's gonna double the most.
Our
That's
first
fair.
competition was back in when we had triples, and you did 463 for a triple, and I was like, "Watch this!" And I put on the 0.5 kgs and made it like 465, and did it for a triple, just to, like say I did more than him.
Yeah,
Responsible.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's valid. for
So
sure.
if I have an RP 11 deadlift tomorrow, that's why.
Somebody,
You
you just need
probably
to
will.
just deadlift later in the day so you just know. Well,
Well,
you
I'm
can, I
deadlifting
guess.
at 12,
No,
bro.
and this
Yeah.
it's funny is like I mean I'm gonna like be trying to call y'all's attempts as unbiased as possible, but like lot number and body weight and everything is gonna play advantage into that kind of stuff too. Like who's
Yeah.
going last at Nats and everything. So
Yeah.
man, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun.
Hmm.
Yeah,
It'd be
for
crazy.
sure. And then now that we kind of covered CNATs, let's look a little bit ahead into the future. You obviously both have a long career ahead of you. Where do y'all see yourselves post CNATs, whether you want to talk about federations or just next meets or next levels?
Post CNATs, I don't know when my next meet will be. Maybe late in the year if we choose to do. I know that me, because me, Lifter Jack, Jackson, we all talked about doing like Trueborn Knockout in August, which would be pretty fun. We could just do like a Nakama takeover there because I think did Chris mention something about that? Maybe.
I know
Yeah,
those
Yeah.
guys. Yeah, they've talked
we were
about
looking at
wanting to do
maybe
it.
doing like Trueborn Knockout, and that'd be really fun if we all did that. But other than that, I don't really. I mean, it's just off season work. Just try and put on as much muscle as possible and stay in 82 till
Be
I
ready
can.
for the next one.
Do what?
And I said be ready and just being ready for the next one.
Yeah, that's yep. Will.
It's pretty much the same. I don't really expect myself doing a meet for probably quite a while. Just trying to like put on size. I really want to move up to 90 just because how tall I am. I don't think that my height correlates with being an 82. So I kind of want to just fill out and go up to the next weight class. I think it'll help
Bro
me
is
out.
6'4" at 82. No, I'm playing. But
Will, are you taller than me?
How tall are you?
Like 6 foot.
I'm 6'1".
Yeah, so a little bit.
Yeah. That's crazy.
I don't
Shots for real.
yeah, but and
Two
Will,
W's.
what's your age?
19.
19.
I didn't think I thought for some reason I thought you were like a year or so older in Easton or something like that.
No,
No.
I turned
Will,
20
what's your
in
birthday?
August.
Oh yeah, mine's June.
Damn,
These guys are
that's
literally clones, bro.
real, man.
That's generational ops right there, bro.
No, it's
Same
funny that
age.
like y'all bond so well because and Easton was talking about being nervous at True at not at Trueborn but at DNA because I think now that you said that I can really tell that you were nervous because you were wild in the warm up room at Trueborn like there was no possible chance you were nervous. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
Like
mean I was with Lifter Jack.
being
We were tearing that warm room up.
obnoxious, you know, being
Yeah,
just another day with the fellas. But
yeah,
No,
Yeah,
Easton's a
man.
different species when he steps into Trueborn. It's like it's crazy.
that's right. It's the home gym.
all right,
Let's
Now,
talk.
Eli.
while we're
Let's talk
kind of
about.
in, what do you want,
I want to
Tommy?
talk about more matchups, man, because we were talking about that a little bit earlier. We were talking about. Oh, I guess Avery kind of. Okay,
He
but
just goes
we
off
were talking
straight
about
build.
some. Yeah, we were talking about some matchups earlier. So I kind of want to revisit that and just get y'all's opinion. We already talked about Zerlot and Ivan, obviously. So we did glaze over Jackson and Jacob, and I heard your opinion, Easton. But yeah, let's debate a couple of these. Live on air. It's your weight class. What do we think, Jacob or Jackson?
I don't really know what Jackson's total is. What is he at right now? Because I know his deadlift's pretty good.
I think he's
I think he
like total
trained
wise
like
like
670,
six sixty
right?
five.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he did 530. Well, I'm gonna say everything in pounds because I don't know kilos.
Yeah, 530, 30, 319, and
Failed.
617.
Yeah, yeah.
I think Jacob has him beat, honestly. Jacob is just such a bench monster that it like takes over because I mean, obviously Jackson has him beat on deadlift, but it's not by that much.
But their squats are pretty close.
Yeah, but their their benches and deadlift comparisons are kind of crazy because if Jackson's only doing a little over 300 and Jacob can put up almost probably three reds, probably more, then I
Well,
think
it's gonna come down to who's milking the squat the most efficiently and not missing lifts. Because I mean, the deadlifter will have their final say. So
Yep.
For sure. It's always an execution, but I mean, it's the classic subtotal versus deadlifter, but Jacob's kind of get out of that subtotal arena. His pull's been looking pretty decent, but there's still that huge separation of Jackson can load whatever he needs.
I
Yeah.
mean, if it comes down to it, that's what he's gonna try to do anyway. I would assume. So
It's
Yeah,
just Jacob's got to
Jackson.
extend that gap.
yeah, that's what I really meant by he'll have the final say. Like win or lose, he's gonna load it. I'm sure.
Yeah, he's a great competitor, bro. I respect the guy hella. And he's already told me, he was like, because I'm thinking of numbers for Jacob, and then Jackson's like, oh, well, I'm prepared to hit this to beat Jacob. And
Yeah.
I'm like, damn. Well, I'm like,
I
if you're
think
prepared to
the
do that, then huh?
I think Jackson said the magic number is like 680 or 685 is what the big number is for him.
Yeah, we'll see, man. I think they're both capable of, really, if they milk it, if they really have their perfect days, they're both capable of that 680.
It's
I
gonna
think Hickman, if Hickman executes, if we like actually hit all of our lists, I think he's like 690 maybe. But obviously, like Avery said, there's like just an art to it. You have to kind of like pick and choose your battles. So
Yeah, I
it's
mean
gonna be really close.
it's like I don't have any dog in any fight, but it's just at the end of the day, Jackson's gonna have a say one way or the other. So
Mhm.
as long as Hickman doesn't, I mean, if Hickman does everything he can and stretches it out far enough that Jackson doesn't have a chance, you know what I'm saying? Like that's the
Yeah.
perfect world for him.
Yeah, man. So that'll be great. There's really with all of these, I feel like battles, there's like no right or wrong answer. So that's why I feel comfortable saying this because I feel like these battles are so close. Because
Mhm.
but moving on, another one I kind of want to like talk about is because we know both of these guys, and they seem like they're both going pretty crazy. I like to hear Eli's, Will's, yeah, yeah, all of us. How did I forget his name all day? Grayson and Chidera. Um, who do we think is gonna win this one?
Can we get a
Someone.
number? Can we get a number reminder? Can we get a number reminder?
Damn, no one. Damn, I thought
Um,
y'all. I guess I'm a nerd.
all right, I
no, I
don't
mean,
get it.
I know it. I just don't want to share too much. I don't want to
Okay, well
overindulge
I can
Grayson's beef,
here.
or Grayson's
I can
stuff.
tell y'all.
You can literally cut it later, bro.
Well, no, we can. I can just do it for. I'll say it for Eli. I'm not gonna let Eli talk. If he knows extra stuff. So I know Grayson squatted like 628 for a double, I think. And then obviously we saw Chidera 700. And then their benches, Grayson benched 380 for a double. 380, Eli.
Yeah.
380. 380 for a double. Chidera, I think, benched like 430 or something at one point for a single.
Yeah, I
then,
was about to say I think I seen him do like 402 or 404 singles. Like
yeah. So and then he's also Chidera's pulled 661 but Grayson's pulled 711. So Grayson's the deadlifter, Chidera's the subtotal. Um, so I don't know. I mean, Will's in the gym with Chidera a lot. Obviously Eli is pretty close with Grayson. Easton, I'm pretty sure you are familiar with Grayson.
Yeah. I know who they are, but I'm not really friends with any of them. I mean,
So yeah, let's
talk
hear
about
your
numbers.
opinion then. Just off of what I've said, since you definitely have no bias. What do you
It
think?
it definitely sounds like from what you said that Chidera should win based off of what you've said. But I don't know. I don't know how they perform on meet day. I mean,
I
Chidera's
will,
impressive.
yeah, I will say Grayson is definitely. I think he's never missed a lift in a meet. I don't think he's ever missed. I don't think he's ever missed a lift. So
I think realistically, I think Grayson probably will come out on top. But I mean, we'll have to see. Yeah.
William,
From what I heard, Chidera should have this like easily because he actually did a double with 661 on deadlift. So he's probably, I'm pretty sure it was a double, if I'm not mistaken, because I watched it firsthand. And so
okay.
off of the numbers that you gave me, it shouldn't even like Chidera should be like win it pretty easily as long as he doesn't like go like 3 for 9, obviously. But
Yeah, I think that's the biggest. I don't know how Chidera's gonna perform. Because
yeah,
I he do good at running.
stat correct. Grayson has missed lifts and meets, but
His
Oh,
third
yeah, it's okay.
squats.
yeah,
twice.
he's missed a third squat and a third bench.
Okay, my bad. So, well,
Not
he's
in this last meet, he didn't miss anything. But
okay.
yeah,
Yeah. Well, I'll say that I think Grayson, if you're gonna bet on who's gonna hit their lifts, it's gonna be Grayson over Chidera.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's what I
Um,
think.
but Chidera has also gone 9 for 9 at his first meet, and then spun around, I think, at Raw Nats and went 7 for 9. I think he like did bad on squat, or maybe 6 for 9. I think he did bad on deadlift. Um, so that's the thing, Grayson has, like Avery was saying earlier, Grayson will have the final say. Um, so I don't know. I think that one's gonna be a really close one. It's always the subtotal guy sounds good on paper. Um, but things happen, people make weight cuts,
Yeah.
commands come into play, depth, things like
it's gonna
that.
be close, huh? I don't know. Chidera's deadlift has been coming around,
Yeah.
and I mean Chidera's best in performance in meet was 461 dots, squatting. I mean deadlifting 584. So
Mhm.
And then of course I want to move on to another battle.
Well, let's get Eli's.
Oh, Eli, I didn't know if Eli wanted to jump in because you said he didn't want
I
to.
just want to say a little bit. I'm gonna share a little bit of my opinion. Nobody hate me, but I'm taking Grayson in this one.
Yeah, no, I think Grayson's a super smart, technical, analytical lifter, and he cares about it a lot. I generally
does
feel I think
does
Chidera's just more of a brute, like just like a brute strong ass dude. Like he's
Yeah.
strong, but like he's not. I don't think he's like bad. He's not battle tested by any means. Grayson is gone against like he's crunched numbers against Bryce Hale for that last meet he did. Uh, Chidera, I feel like I don't even know how much he really cares about Grayson or placement or anything. I don't know. I feel like he's kind of more of a relaxed individual. If you know him personally, like I think you would agree. But with that being said, I don't know. I think I would, if I had to choose, I think Grayson, just because I feel like Grayson's probably just going to be more prepared and
it?
probably isn't going to run in.
I was gonna ask, does Grayson squat 650 at Cnats?
He probably can, for
I think he'll
sure.
load that for sure. I mean, that
I'm
or
gonna
300
I'm
kg.
gonna go with him. I think if he squats 650 plus, like he'll close the gap
Mm-hmm.
for sure. And I'm going with him because he's from my area code. Yes, sir. You already know 478.
Man, don't nobody care about
no
that.
one
Oh
cares.
no, I'm getting out of here, but I'm getting out of here. But that's a strong guy for
I
mine, just like Ricky Estes. You know what I'm saying? So like,
I think Hutch is going to be a sleeper.
Okay.
This Cnats.
talk to him. Another one. Talk to him.
Yeah,
I think
go.
Hutch is going to be a sleeper. He doesn't post. I think everyone's overlooking him because he did squat 518 for 3, which is
What
huge.
what do you think he could total? If
I seriously
Jackson,
have no
if
idea.
Jackson, if Jackson or Jacob fuck up trying to beat the other person, can Austin Hutchinson like sneak into the second, or maybe even beat both of them?
I mean, you don't think so, Will?
No, I think he
Because
totals like 660.
yeah, but
Okay.
he's definitely gonna pull
At the
like
most.
That
10
squat could be it could be like 265 at like the very highest, like insanely. Though,
he's
you know.
definitely I think we could see like 540 plus, and then I think a low 6 would not be crazy. And then it really just comes down to what his bench is. Because I know I think he benched like 275 for 3, like 1 month after our meet.
I mean, Tony, what'd you
Yeah.
say? What'd you say at that meet? You were like, I think he could have squatted like 567 today or something like that, right?
Yeah, his squat makes no sense. It's like he shouldn't squat that, but he does. So
Yeah, he's
honestly, like
strong.
but his bench, I've heard I'm not gonna drop anything because I think I was actually told to keep that on the low or whatever. But fuck it. But his bench is making strides, it's getting better. I'm not gonna drop a number, but it's getting better. So
And then
it's definitely
I think he deadlifted like 573 in training before. So I think we could see like a low 6, honestly, like a mid to high 5, like 550. And then whatever he definitely in the 3s for bench. Probably if he could bench like 318, I don't know. I think he could be a sleeper there.
I mean, for
okay.
Hutch, this Saturday is going to be a huge day, and I think we're going to try to get him on right after it. But I mean, this Saturday is going to be his big week 4 that really decides where he's going to be at that meet. So
Mhm.
I don't want to throw any early predictions out because I want to see that day and then judge off of that.
I mean,
And
I don't
then
know, unless his form like got crazy good since the last meet, because what I saw, like form wise at Southeastern, it was kind of cooked. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, but he's still somehow
And
muscles
like,
that
and
He
somehow
was
he
a
makes
very
it like
raw
look
lifter
dope.
for sure, but he's strong as hell.
Yeah,
yeah,
he
he's so
makes it
strong.
look good. Like somehow it's like goofy good.
yeah, yeah,
Like
he's good. It looks weird because there's multiple lifters that I've seen that are like that like their tech looks like really weird, but it like fits the standard of like they hit depth,
Mhm.
they don't hitch on deadlift, like they don't. So if it works, it works, honestly. But
This ain't a beauty pageant. This
yeah,
ain't a beauty pageant.
it's
So
not. So last battle though, last one I kind of want to bring up is obviously we got Bryce Hale v Noah
Ray
Ray. I didn't know what his
or
last name.
It's
Noah
Wenham.
Whittam.
Noah
Noah Whittam.
Whitman. Yeah. Noah Whitman versus Eli Parker. Throw him in there.
He's
Hop
shaking
in
his
there.
head.
Throw him in that bitch. So Easton goes to UGA. He's with Bryce. I don't know if you guys know Noah at all really that well. I think Easton's had a couple interactions with him as well. So I don't know if Will Jones knows either one of them actually. I don't know.
I got a good judgment. Don't worry when you get to me.
He said he's got
Oh,
facts. He said he's got
okay.
facts.
Well, just quick numbers off the top of my head. Bryce is squatting low to sixes. Noah squatting closer to mid sixes. Um, both of no, Bryce is benching like mid fours. Noah's benching like low fours, maybe approaching mid fours, and then Bryce is pulling low sevens, and Noah's pulling like middle sixes. Um, just brief, broad, and then obviously we got Eli as well. He's squatting low sixes, approaching mid sixes, high threes, and then deadlifting low to mid sixes as well. So
Sevens.
he's not. I genuinely Eli. He keeps shaking his head off. He's like not far off. Like he's like a
Eli's
couple.
on the come up.
Yeah, he's not far off. So he's in the conversation.
So
So yeah, Easton, go ahead.
Bryce has been injured or had like a lower back issue. And I don't know where his like where he stands now, if he's like 100% healthy. Do you know Eli?
I cannot share my information.
Oh, well, anyways, yeah. So I don't know, but obviously Bryce is the president. We're gonna go
You
with
never
Bryce.
even talked
So,
about your club. President of what?
do what?
President of what?
Classic City.
Oh, you never said that once on the spot.
You didn't introduce yourself with it.
Thanks for telling me.
Yeah, I'm a part of Classic City that needs to be associated with UGA, but it's not. Anyways, yeah, I think Bryce is gonna win that. But I don't know. I don't know where his injury stands. So it's hard to tell.
Okay. And then, Will, you said you had some thoughts?
Eli by 50 keys. That's all I got.
Oh,
50 keys under or above?
Oh.
Over, bro.
Over, yeah. It's like
Keep it
880. Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Got that,
Why
bro.
not?
Exactly.
I mean, we're gonna go out there, we're gonna load 7 on the opener squat. And if we can't hit 7 on an opener squat, we're not gonna compete. I mean, that's just not worth even our time, honestly.
Three chances to get it, or just if you don't get it on the first time, we're leaving.
3 chances to get it, and then we'll take as many chances in the warm-up room until it goes up.
Oh
Just
no,
like-
Just
I
only
was
come
about
out
to
on your
say.
thirds.
what did Will say?
Just only come out on your third attempts. That's it.
Yeah, so I really the pressure's on one lift. That's it.
Hey fellas, yeah. All right, never mind.
Well, I
I
mean,
don't know where I don't know where I was going.
y'all are ducking the questions, so
Me?
no, I mean, everybody's kind of just giving me like so answers with that one, but uh, we can move on from it if you guys are scared of that one, scared of the big men.
Well, I just genuinely don't know really much about them. If I had to say, probably Bryce, just because his younger brother goes to is a part of Eagle Power. So that's really all. That's really.
I mean,
that's
Noah's
all I
strong.
give you.
Noah has a huge squat, but I don't know where Bryce's injury stands, so it's hard to tell.
Yeah, I mean, if Bryce is injured, then I don't think
Yeah.
I don't know how much how much damage he'll be able to do there. But Eli, you don't got to share anything, bro. No one's asking. I get
Yeah,
it.
I
You
got
know.
Eli by just enough.
All right. Well, that's all I cared about the matches. I just wanted to, bring that up a little bit, start kind of like throwing out names since we're 5 weeks out.
I mean, can we speak on Hunter versus Anderson?
Hunter.
Is that a battle?
Hunter.
I mean,
Come
Bro,
on now.
Anderson just squatted 600.
yeah.
Sorry, brother. Sorry, brother. I'm so proud of you squatting 600, but I got
But
Hunter.
Hunter just tripled 660 on
Oh
squat.
yeah, he did do that. He damn
He
sure
did? Yeah.
Yep.
Was it 660?
Yeah.
300 keys.
That is a lot of weight.
Yeah.
Wow.
I pulled it one time.
Happy birthday, Hunter. It's his birthday. Y'all didn't say shit.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't
congrats
say
to
anything to
him.
him at all.
Happy birthday, Hunter.
Happy birthday.
Yep.
Nice.
So Eli, if you got I think you were trying to wrap it up like an hour ago, but then I started asking these match questions. So
I mean, we're about an hour in. We can just start to wind it down a little bit. I want to kind of touch on training environments because I know Easton's pretty well, but it's different right now. But Will, how do you feel being up at or down at Southern, at Fit with those dogs in there? How does training in that environment affect you?
When I first got down there, it was like completely different to where I was at before. Because I mean, there's really I mean, I don't really know a single powerlifter in Columbus that's around my age. So there was no one to like go against or work out with, and there's not the equipment down here for it really. So when I got down there, it was like it changed my whole perspective on powerlifting and seeing all these guys that are putting out these crazy numbers that I never even like knew about. And going into training, it's when I have like Zerlot there and then Tristan screaming in my ear during lifts, it's really kind of pushes me during those lifts. Gives me that extra little energy.
Boost. Yeah. I mean, I train at Classic City, so they just recently got a strong man and some kilogram plates thanks to Gregory. But yeah, that's where Eli and I are training. But yeah, this week was good. It was spring break, so I've trained at DNA a little bit, Trueborn a little bit. So it's been good. Yeah.
Valid.
All I'm
Okay.
saying is the environment and fit is just unmatched compared to really any gym I've ever been to. Like, it's insane because everyone is so close there. Everyone's always constantly like hyping each other up. It's just like I don't see any other gym beating that.
Yeah, they get
Um,
rowdy.
I mean, I feel like I could have a good say. That's a good question. I mean, a good conversation environments because I feel like I have the most experience at this point around Georgia. Uh, maybe I mean I guess Easton also. Me and him are kind of like we kind of bounced around a lot, but fit is great. Fit is great. Like it feels like a really like it's down south hot like garage like in the summer like it's like fucking hot as shit in there. Like you care about it obviously if you're out there working and stuff. And I will say it's just based off of like the lifestyle that some people live in Statesboro. You know, it's nothing but college kids, and a lot of those people I wish would take it serious. I mean, obviously, I love everybody there. That's like where I'm from, but that is one thing that I wish. I feel like obviously you got your tight knit group,
We
Zerlot,
would, yeah, we just
Tristan,
wish the partying culture that
certain did,
Statesboro
yeah,
has didn't impede on the lifting
yeah.
down there. Because man,
It would be different, yeah, if
there could
everybody
be
was
some
locked
insane
in,
lifters
yeah,
just in fit Statesboro.
yeah. And there were like it wasn't like if like imagine if that was the like at one point that was the case, and like in my opinion like nobody was touching equal power, nobody was touching like the people there. So uh, but it still got a lot of dogs there. I mean, multiple people there squatting over 700. I think fucking Zay benches like 500 or something.
True.
So there are some huge guys there. At the same time, bro, like so does DNA, but DNA also just kind of has that like element of like I feel like real like professionalism with powerlifting. Like some kids in Statesboro like fucking draw chalk all over the equipment, like gunk everything up. I don't know.
Or
But
just how many people are in Eagle Power who don't compete, Will? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, it's insane,
Yeah,
probably.
like that's not good.
Like the first SBD Saturday we did, there was quite a like good amount of people there, but there's like to now when we have them, maybe 4, 5, 6 people come, and it's mostly Nakama guys that have a Saturday lift.
yeah, but I mean that's how like a lot of clubs are. They have a lot of people that don't compete that are just kind of in it. But
Yeah.
still, I miss. I do. I did like the culture. Yeah, I don't know. We one day we just need to all come down there, bro. Like
And it's just
everybody.
when you think about Eagle Power at its peak, whatever you think of state, winning state, there's so many of them, like all kind of shit, you know.
Yeah, yeah. So that's all I remember is because we had SBD Saturdays, bro, and for that steak prep, bro, like we have like 40 people in that garage, and then half of them were actually competing. So it was awesome. It was amazing. It was like 20 people in there getting ready for a meet, and people giving commands, people learning, people getting better. Like people are actually focused. That was back when yeah, no, that was good. But anyways, I'm sorry. I went on
Tony taking a trip down memory lane here.
a
It's been a year, bro.
Okay, Eli.
So let's kind of wind it down completely because we got a lot of big pools tomorrow. You gotta get some sleep. Avery's got to train nice and early. So we'll go 2 more big questions and then our final 3. So let me just start with like, since y'all are both young and kind of new to this, how do y'all see the community in powerlifting, and do y'all like what you see, or is there anything you would like to fix in the community, or is there anything you like to see that's growing right now? Start with Easton.
Um, yeah, I mean, there's definitely some cornballs and some corny people that power lift.
Name them.
Huh?
Don't.
Name them.
No.
I'll
But
name them if you want me to.
but I mean, I think a lot that's like the craziest part, or like the best part about like Nakamas, like we don't really have like that many cringy guys or whatever. So I mean you could say, but yeah, I mean it's growing. It definitely is growing, but Yeah, a lot of cornballs. I mean, I might be one of them, but we're just having fun.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's it. That's my only input.
Valid. Will?
No, powerlifting is definitely growing. It's pretty cool to see how big it's getting in like the span of like 2 years. Like you'd never really expect it to get as big as it has gotten. But as what Easton said, there are definitely quite a few cornballs out there that post some cringy content. Although it works for them, I mean, it's just kind of corny. Like you said, call out names. The whole GBT crew. I think they're all corny. Mags, KG, Weiss, all of them. I don't like Russ Swole. I
I
think
mean,
they're
there's
all.
going to be no backlash to that because nobody
No,
anywhere.
what?
Well, I mean, I don't know, bro.
Somebody's gonna clip it and just DM
I mean, I guess we got like
DM them.
You're gonna be
If
on
per-
Twitter, bud. With
Bro, I mean, I don't
you're gonna be
know.
on Twitter.
Darla had beef with Mags for like a couple
Hours.
days, bro.
Yeah, we need a Tony and EJ to back us up.
The
I
rose
don't
and
think
heart
anything would have been
emoji just
different.
kills me, bro. I can't take it anymore.
the Rose.
As Will has a GBT singlet.
Actually, I sold it to the singlet guy.
Did you really? How much did he buy it for?
$100. I should have pissed on it.
Really?
Wow.
didn't
Okay. What the
All right,
fuck?
Eli. All right, Eli.
All right, we can just like keep on rolling, but
Why
I
would
guess
you
we can
pissed on
do.
that?
Let's just take it to the end here. Honestly, this is getting a little dicey. Let's go advice to a newer lifter getting in the sport. We do it to everyone, but start with Will. Some advice of not mistakes you made because we'll do that later. But like, I don't know, what are you gonna tell a new kid getting in the sport that comes into fit?
Really just stick with it. I mean, if you're really passionate about it, if you want to grow, you got to keep putting in the work for it, obviously. I mean, like you're not just going to get stronger in the span of a week. Like it takes time and you got to give it everything when you show up in the gym. And that pretty much correlates with like almost anything that you want, like passion and a job or like a sport. Like if you want it to be the best, you got to work for it.
I agree. I would say for a new guy joining the gym that wants to get into powerlifting, I would say don't max every single week because that's what I did. Never worked out. I would definitely do like depending on how and passionate you are, how much you want to do it. Definitely get just like an intro program and do that and run that just to see like how your body responds, how much you really enjoy like powerlifting training, stuff like that. And then if you really do enjoy it, get a coach. Um, Other than that, yeah, I wouldn't spend too much on a coach if you are just going to jump in and get a coach because there's guys that get into powerlifting and spend like 120, $150 a month just on a coach, and the coach really isn't doing much for him because he has so many clients. But yeah, I would just say definitely like powerlifting is something like you have to commit to, like you want to do it. So I would recommend just doing like a block and seeing how your body reacts and how much you really enjoy powerlifting, like training for powerlifting. Yeah.
For anyone out there who's kind of like needs a coach, could you plug a few coaches for them?
ATC powerlifting and Tony Henson.
Beautiful.
Eli
Beautiful.
Parker too.
And Eli Parker.
We're
Yeah.
waiting on that.
Eli only wants one guy.
Oh, I
Shout
want
out-
Christopher
shout
Shaw
out
on my
Ian.
roster.
He
No.
said, "Shout out Ian."
Bro, you forgot to plug K-Dub and not Gavin lifts.
True. But
Nice. And then let's go into mistakes you made. Will, any mistakes you've made that you would warn people about?
Um, I would say like when you're picking a coach, not just picking the first person that you find. Like do your research, study, see who would work best for you and like what federation you're pursuing. And also making sure that you do all your accessories because accessories are very important. Because
uh,
skip
And
them
he
a lot.
heard some of y'all don't be doing them.
who's that?
I was just saying, some of y'all.
Hunter.
Eli,
Eli.
take your shirt off. We can tell.
Avery's not doing core.
I'm not doing core.
Yep.
Avery doesn't
Yeah,
even, bro. Avery does not train, bro.
I don't.
Avery
Yeah,
doesn't
I've
even
trained with
program.
Avery like twice. He skipped accessories both days.
I don't though.
Yes, bro. Yes, you did that one time. But anyways, yeah. A few mistakes that I made were definitely coming in the gym maxing every single time. Whenever I started working out, just seeing a max every day, and then yeah, I guess the other is just like not like skipping accessories, stuff like that. But I don't know.
Thanks, Zoom user.
Thank you, sir.
Zoom user. Yeah, but last one, I don't even know if y'all have any valid technique tips, but let's hear some technique tips from the young ones. Anything technical, squat, bench, or deadlift that you've changed that you might, give to advice to others? Who wants to go first? Who has one?
Easton.
The real knowledge. This is where it comes.
Yeah.
So I actually I tried to help Will yesterday with his bench. So something that always helped me, like, because my bench form has definitely gotten a lot better, because my elbows used to flare really bad, is try and like think about pulling, like opening up your chest. So like you like kind of feel the stretch. So then like that way you're not tucking your elbows too much. And then like stacking your wrist to elbows. Jackson Evans always told me to do that. But yeah, I think the biggest mistake is honestly like over tucking on bench. And then whenever you get to heavier weight, you're just gonna flare. So I don't know. I just really think of like feeling like the pull in your chest whenever you're benching.
The
But
stretch.
that's what's helped me.
Nice. Well,
I don't really have any good I guess form technique for bench because I'm kind of bad at it. But squat, shrug your shoulders as hard as you can, open up your rib cage, and muscle that thing up. That one was
that's
for me.
I
valid.
knew where he was going when he said shrug. I knew it.
Hey, if Russ does it, we all should do it. That's generally the rule.
For Weiss.
Valid.
No, that's funny because Will's kind of the type who's like, yeah, I'm gonna just do it anyway.
Well, I mean, if it works, it works.
Yeah, I guess that's something right there. But throw some shout outs, plug your socials as needed. Whoever wants to go.
Shout out Matthew. He didn't get much love in this podcast. I love you, bro. Uh,
It's only funny because people are like, I've never not seen them together, man.
do what?
Oh no, I'm tripping. I was thinking of Lifted Jack.
Oh,
I don't know why I said that.
shout out Lifter. You're drunk in Panama right now. And then yeah, that's it. Those are my only shout outs.
Shout out Zerlot. That's the boy. Tristan. Let's see, really just anybody on Eagle Power that is constantly like in the gym. Shout out Easton for being a worthy op.
Thank you, sir.
Shout out Avery for the good programming. And that's really about it.
So unplug socials.
Vititoe lifts on Instagram. If you guys care to follow.
Will.Jones with 2 Z's instead of a S. And I want to see all the GBT guys coming for my neck in my DMs.
Word
You
to the
want
odds,
that.
bro. Yeah.
Then finish her out with a word to the ops, not GBT people, specifically CNATS ops or 82s in the state. Throw a word.
Will, that's all you, bro.
Well, I was prepared, but we had to set the podcast back, and I had a list of names, but now I don't. So now I'm just going to go off of totals. And anyone with a 610 to 620 kg qualifying total, you're screwed.
Thank you, sir.
Valid for sure. And
Well, I
anyone out there
appreciate that.
listening, if you made it this far, bless you, because
They rambled.
man, they're wild in
Did
here.
Easton even get to say anything, bro? You aren't gonna let him say something to the
Oh,
us?
I know. I thought he passed up on it. He was like, that was all.
I was just gonna thank Eli for having me on the podcast.
Bro,
been an honor.
just thanking me.
Oh God.
I appreciate that.
Thank you,
Lola.
Tony O. Smith, and thank you, Avery.
ATC.
I appreciate it.
Very
Valid.
appreciative. Long awaited.
Yep.
And then if you listen to this far, send Avery your last warm up and he'll Venmo you 50 cents. And then thank you for listening. Appreciate both you boys coming on and being phenomenal, but peace.